Welcome back to Trust Your Oats. Last time we explored the cutting-edge science of celiac disease, the new therapies, the new hope. Today we're going to shift our gaze from the laboratory to the landscape. We're going to talk about the most underappreciated, most overlooked, and arguably most important ingredient in everything you eat. It's not a grain, it's not a vitamin, it's the soil. In 1937, President Franklin D. Roosevelt wrote a letter to the governors of every state in the nation. In it, he said something that still echoes today. A nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. He understood something that we, as a modern civilization, have been slow to relearn. That the health of our food, the health of our bodies, and the health of our planet all begin in the same place. A few inches of dark, living earth beneath our feet. This is a story about what we've lost, what we're rebuilding, and why it matters for every single oat that ends up in your bowl. This is Trust the Soil. When most people think of soil, they think of dirt, something inert, something you wash off your hands. But healthy soil is one of the most complex ecosystems on the planet. In a single teaspoon of healthy soil, there are more microorganisms than there are people on Earth. Billions of bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and nematodes, all working together in an intricate web of life. Think of it as an underground city. The roots of a plant are like the marketplace at its center, and they release a special currency called root exudates, sugars, amino acids, and organic acids, to attract and feed specific microbes. In return, those microbes act as miners and couriers, breaking down minerals and organic matter and delivering essential nutrients like phosphorus, nitrogen, and zinc directly to the plant's roots. One of the most remarkable citizens of this underground city is a group of organisms called mycorrhizal fungi. These fungi form a symbiotic partnership with over 90% of plant species on Earth. They extend incredibly fine threads called hyphae far beyond the reach of the plant's own roots, mining for nutrients the plant could never access on its own: phosphorus, iron, boron, calcium. But here's what's truly extraordinary. These fungal networks don't just connect one plant to the soil, they connect plants to each other. Scientists have discovered that through these mycorrhizal networks, plants can share nutrients and even send chemical warning signals about incoming pests. It's been called the Wood Wide Web, and it's a beautiful example of the cooperation that exists in a healthy, thriving soil. Now, here's the problem. Modern conventional agriculture, with its heavy plows, its synthetic fertilizers, and its chemical pesticides, has been systematically dismantling this underground city for over a century. Every time a plow rips through the earth, it tears apart those fungal networks. It exposes the delicate soil structure to wind and rain. It's like taking a wrecking ball to a cathedral and then wondering why the music has stopped. And the music has stopped. The consequences of degrading our soils are showing up not just in our fields, but on our plates. A landmark study published in 2004 in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition by researcher Donald Davis and his colleagues analyzed USDA food composition data for 43 garden crops, comparing nutrient levels from 1950 to 1999. What they found was alarming. Statistically reliable declines in 6 key nutrients: protein, calcium, phosphorus, iron, riboflavin, and vitamin C. The declines ranged from 6% for protein to a staggering 38% for riboflavin. Let me say that again. In just 50 years, the riboflavin content of our garden vegetables dropped by more than a third. And this isn't just an American phenomenon. A comprehensive review of Canadian produce data found similar declines: protein losses of 6 to 43%, calcium losses of 16 to 49%, and iron losses of 20 to 35% between 1951 and 2006. The primary explanation? A relentless focus on high-yield crop varieties and farming practices that strip the soil of its biological vitality. When we breed plants to grow bigger and faster, and we feed them with synthetic fertilizers that bypass the natural soil food web, we get more bushels per acre, but less nutrition per bushel. We've been, in essence, diluting the very thing that makes food valuable. And the global picture is even more stark. Every year, approximately 24 billion tons of fertile topsoil erodes from the world's farmlands. Right here in the United States, in my home state of Iowa, we've lost an average of 6.8 inches of topsoil since the 1850s, according to the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service. And here's the sobering math. It takes nature between 500 and 1,000 years to build a single inch of topsoil. We are spending a savings account that took millennia to accumulate. But this story doesn't end with loss. It ends with rebuilding. And that's where the real hope lies. Regenerative agriculture is not a new invention. It's a return to principles that farmers understood for thousands of years, combined with modern science that helps us understand why those principles work. And two of the most powerful tools in the regenerative farmer's toolbox are no-till farming and cover cropping. Let's start with no-till. In conventional farming, you plow the field before planting. You turn the soil over, break it up, and leave it exposed. This kills weeds, sure, but it also destroys soil structure, tears apart fungal networks, and exposes carbon stored in the soil to the atmosphere, where it becomes CO2. No-till farming flips this approach entirely. Instead of plowing, we use specialized equipment, seed drills, to plant directly into the undisturbed soil, right through the residue of the previous crop. The soil stays covered, the microbial networks stay intact, the carbon stays locked underground. The Rodale Institute, which has been running the longest side-by-side comparison of organic and conventional farming in North America since 1981, their farming systems trial, has found that no-till practices can reduce fuel consumption by approximately 50% compared to conventional tillage. That's a massive reduction in both cost and carbon emissions. But the benefits go far beyond fuel savings. By leaving the soil undisturbed, no-till farming allows organic matter to accumulate. It improves water infiltration, meaning the soil can absorb more rainfall and resist drought. And it protects the billions of organisms that make the soil food web function. Now, pair no-till with cover cropping, and you have a truly powerful combination. Cover crops are plants like crimson clover, winter rye, daikon radishes, or hairy vetch that are planted not to be harvested, but to protect and nourish the soil between cash crop seasons. They're the soil's living armor. Different cover crops serve different purposes. Legumes like clover and vetch have a remarkable ability. They partner with bacteria in their roots to pull nitrogen directly from the atmosphere and fix it in the soil, a natural fertilizer factory. Grasses like rye produce massive amounts of biomass that protect against erosion and feed soil microbes as they decompose. And brassicas like daikon radishes send deep taproots into compacted soil layers, breaking them up and creating channels for water and air. The results speak for themselves. The Rodale Institute's 40-year trial showed that organic, regenerative systems built soil organic matter to levels of 4.5%, compared to just 3.3 to 3.6% in conventional systems. That may sound like a small number, but in soil science, it's enormous. Higher organic matter means better water retention, more nutrient availability, greater microbial activity, and more resilient crops. And here's a finding that should give every farmer hope. During drought years, the organic systems in the Rodale trial produced corn yields up to 31% higher than conventional systems. Healthy soil doesn't just grow food, it grows food that can withstand the unpredictable weather that climate change is bringing to our doorstep. So what does all this mean for the oats in your pantry? Everything. Oats are remarkable plants, and they have a special relationship with the soil. Their fibrous root systems are excellent at building soil structure, and their root exudates have been shown to suppress harmful soil pathogens while encouraging beneficial microorganisms. In farming circles, oats are known as a healing crop, one that helps transition degraded soils back to health. When oats are grown in biologically active, nutrient-rich soil, the kind of soil that regenerative practices build, they have access to the full spectrum of minerals and nutrients that the soil food web provides. Research comparing organic and conventionally grown oats has found that organic oats contain higher levels of amino acids, with 12 of 13 non-essential amino acids elevated, along with higher levels of vitamin B1 and essential minerals like silicon, calcium, zinc, and iron. This is the direct link between soil health and human health. When the soil microbiome is thriving, the plants grown in it are more nutritious. And when those plants are oats, already one of the most nutrient-dense grains on the planet, packed with beta-glucan fiber, protein, and essential minerals, the difference matters. At GF Harvest, this understanding is at the core of what we do. Our purity protocol approach isn't just about keeping gluten out. It's about building a system of integrity from the very first interaction between the seed and the soil. When you choose oats that come from farms practicing regenerative agriculture, farms that use cover crops, that minimize tillage, that nurture the soil microbiome, you're not just making a choice for your own health. You're casting a vote for a food system that rebuilds rather than depletes, that heals rather than harms. Every bowl of oatmeal is a connection to the soil it came from. And when that soil is healthy, alive, and cared for, you can taste the difference, and your body can feel it. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the incredible and visible world beneath our feet. I hope you'll never look at a field or a bowl of oatmeal quite the same way again. Next time on Trust Your Oats, we're going to explore the world of performance and nutrition. We'll talk about how pure, uncontaminated oats are fueling athletes, why complex carbohydrates matter for endurance, and what it means to trust the fuel you put in your body. That's Trust the Athlete, and I can't wait to share it with you. Until then, stay healthy, stay curious, and remember, trust your oats.